And welcome, or maybe it's good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time you're watching this. It's good morning for me. It is currently fall of 2021. I am Heather Williams. I am a director for Team Midnight Starlets, an independent Scentsy consultant. I wanted to give a quick updated version of my Scentsy story. Gosh, I don't even really know where to begin, and I would like to keep this at 10 minutes or less. I know that people don't really like to watch long videos. So I signed up in the fall of 2014. I suffer from depression and anxiety. I was very much anti direct sales when I joined. I didn't really know a lot about it. I briefly, very briefly, when I was 18 or 19, signed up for a really well known direct sales company. I had no idea that that's what I was signing up for. I went to like a meeting at a Holiday Inn for a work from home job. Didn't know what I was doing. Didn't very, very confusing to me. I did it for just maybe a month. I like to say the Scentsy is my only direct sales experience because I don't feel like the first one really counted. But I will say that I went to a home party for a direct sales makeup company a very long time ago, and I felt very cornered to and pressured to buy. So that really left a bad taste in my mouth for network marketing and direct sales. And that was really the only experience I had with it prior to joining. Uh, I have four daughters, 15, 9, 5, and 4. And I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm kind of weirdly obsessed with like 50s housewife era, and obviously I knew that that wasn't something I was able to do. I've always felt compelled to contribute financially. I'm a busybody. uh, I'm very go, go, go. And it's also a way that I deal with my anxiety and my depression. I have to be going, 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 otherwise I like crash and burn. So I signed up in the fall of 2014. I loved candles and my home to smell good. I did daycare at the time, and I feel like my house always smelled like caramel and cookies and cakes, and people would always make comments that my house always smelled like I was baking something. And so I loved this hazelnut candle from Walmart. I know, but my husband did not like candles. He didn't like the black soot that they would put off because I would always set them on the stove, and then the underside of the uh, range thing would be black. So he didn't like that. He didn't like for me to burn candles. And I'm a very forgetful person. So I would tend to forget to blow them out. So they're also a hazard, and that's scary. So anywho, I was using the warmers and wax from Walmart. I know, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And um, I found Scentsy at a garage sale. I'd never in my life heard of it before. I actually found a bar of banana berry, and I Googled what is Scentsy, and I found out it was a direct selling fragrance company. And of course I was like, nope. I went to that party that one time. That woman like pressured me. I was a single mom at the time. I was very, very broke. And she was like aggressive with her selling tactics. And I was like, hard pass on direct sales. I am not going to reach out to anybody. I don't want to be pressured to buy. So maybe I should just sign up and just order it for myself because I assumed that that's something that I could do. And then my wheels started turning, and I was like, I mean, maybe I could do some checking on Facebook and see if anybody would maybe be interested in buying it too. Cause I'm not a salesperson. I don't really know anybody. I can portray myself as an extrovert. Like I know that when people talk to me, they think I'm super outgoing and I'm not shy, but internally I'm screaming and I'm terrified and I'm scared of everything. But I'm really good at powering through it and putting myself out there. So I'm a situational extrovert, if you will. I kind of sat on it for about a year. I was like looking around on Facebook, kind of doing some Googling. thinking about it, wasn't sure, is that something I can do? Probably not, all the things, all the things. And then one day, uh, friend, someone that I worked with, went to school with, she just posted on Facebook, well, I joined Scentsy, here's my link. And I was like, oh my gosh, Jason, I'm going to do it. I'm going to join. So I did it. I bought the $99 starter kit. We were broke. We were poor. We weren't poor. We were like fine. We were fine, but things were tight. Things were very, very tight. I was doing daycare full time so that I could be a stay-at-home mom. I was going to school full time. Those student loan living expenses were helping out, and my husband was working full time. I was doing a lot of things. I was very overwhelmed. So I had my lunch party, and I'm going to check my time. I don't know what my time is, but hopefully it's not too crazy. I had my lunch party, and like it was terrifying. It was the scariest thing I'd ever done, but it went well. And I didn't feel like I had to be salesy because I loved candles and I loved things that smelled good and I was excited. So I just kind of went with it and I just shared that. I shared how much I loved the scents that I was smelling. And I shared how excited I was because the month after I joined, I believe it was the month after I joined, we had this scent of the month. And it was Very Perry Pumpkin and it smelled really good. So I was excited to share Very Perry Pumpkin and I was excited to make samples and I was excited to send samples out to people. And I just shared that excitement. I wasn't cornering anyone. I wasn't hounding, I wasn't harassing. I may have sent a handful of messages in the beginning because I didn't know any better and I have since learned, but I'm very much against blind messaging. I do not agree with that sales tactic. I only reach out to people that have expressed interest to me and I sell the way I would want to be sold to. I am very, very, very big on just stellar customer service. I just want to let my people that buy from me know how freaking grateful I am for them because I couldn't do this without them. I couldn't do this without their support. So I try my best within my means to spoil the crap out of my customers. I love showing team members and other consultants that they can do this too. They don't have to know anybody. I was so stinking scared of asking people that I knew to buy from me because I didn't want to be that girl from the makeup party. That that seriously like paralyzed me. I had at the time a couple a really small circle of close friends, very, very small circle, guys. And I really didn't feel like I had people that I could, ask to support me. So I just didn't ask them. It took like a year for my closest friends to approach me and be like, can I buy Scentsy from you? And I'm like, of course you can. But I didn't want to be that person that asked my best friends to buy from me. So I waited for my closest circle to come to me. Instead, I started connecting with other people and I branched out. And that is the biggest thing that I want to teach my team members is that you're going to constantly be branching out and connecting with new people. There are like 7 billion people in this world. I don't know how many people are in our country, like 300 and something million. I don't know. I have really honestly no idea. So there's no way that everyone already has a consultant that's helping them. There might be a lot of consultants signed up, but the majority of consultants signed up and they're never doing anything with it. So never feel like it's a saturated market because most consultants just signed up to shop for themselves. They're never going to actually pursue growing a business. And there are millions of people out there that you can connect with and you can do it in an authentic, genuine, non-houndy, annoying way. I am complete proof of that. I have a thriving customer base right now that I absolutely adore. And I'm always meeting new people. Every single month, I'm adding to my contacts. I'm growing those relationships. And it's just constantly branching out into this giant tree of contacts. What else was I going to say? Oh, at my very first launch party, it was a great success. It was awesome. It was so much fun. It was a qualifying party. I did not hit those initial goals that are in place. I didn't hit them. And I kept going though. I almost went inactive one time back when we had to place we had to do like 150 every 3 months. And there was a month where I got an email and it was like, hey, you need to do your 150. You're going to go inactive. And I contemplated, I was like, is this something that I want to keep doing? I went ahead and reached out, got some orders, and I kept going. I'm so glad I did because Scentsy has literally been the biggest blessing of my life. I have so many people that I love dearly. Some of my very best friends in the whole wide world are because of the Scentsy opportunity. And I love it. If I wouldn't have found it, the thought of not having those people in my life makes me so sad because I absolutely love the relationships that this business has brought to me. It's helped me a lot in more ways than I probably want to admit. But anyway, so my first launch party, my sister-in-law's mom attended, which was fabulous. I didn't know her very well at the time, and she booked a party. Like, I was terrified. She's like, "Yeah, I'll host a party." And she has a giant family. So I went over to her house and I did my very first in-person party, and it was the most scary thing I ever did in my entire life. It was terrifying. It was a giant party. She got tons of host credit. I made several customers and relationships. I gained so much experience from doing that. And then it was like it was just branching out from there. It was me connecting with people, asking when they expressed interest in Scentsy to me, I would be like, "Can I practice? Can I do a party with you? I'm not I'm trying I'm still learning. There's this new online party outline I want to try, or there's this new version of a bag party I'd really like to give a try. Would you let me practice that with you? And you can get some free host rewards, free half off item or some half off items to use on your order." And if you're just genuine, like, you don't have to beg and plead and please do this for me. I need people to buy from me. Like, people don't that I feel like people don't really resonate that as well. I would love for you to host a party with me so that I can get you this order. You want that warmer? Let's get it for you half price. I have this new outline that I've been wanting to try. I really need some practice. So let's get you set up. It's like a 3-day online thing. How does that sound? Uh, some people are going to say no, and that's fine. You're going to get no after no after no after no, and that's fine too. But you're also going to get lots of yeses if you present the opportunity to people. If you don't put yourself out there, nothing's going to happen. So when you get that booking, that party, they're going to invite their circle of friends, and you're going to hopefully connect with one or two of them. If you have a party of 10 guests and you connect with one person, and then you connect with that person's group of people, and then that person's group of people, and then that person's group of people, boom, you've had the opportunity to talk to 250 people. And maybe you walked away with 3 new potential hosts or customers or potential new team members. That's a huge win. So that is really my outlook on Scentsy and how it works as a whole. It's been a giant blessing for our family. I've been able to be a comfortable stay-at-home mom all of these years. My youngest started preschool this year, so this is what I've been working towards. I've kind of been dabbling in Scentsy all of these years, here and there in the minutes. Really, I didn't have any set work hours. It was always just throw some samples together to put in people's orders, or I'm going to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning doing these little samples, or I'm going to throw this little email together here. But now I have like 2.5 hours, 4 days a week to really focus on the systems that I've been wanting to place. So you probably don't have the time just sitting around. I know I definitely have never had the time just, and that's going to be something that you hear over and over and over again too, with people, is how busy they are. And I completely understand. It's Life is busy. Life is always going to be busy. It's never going to slow down. There's never going to be an opportune time to start. So if you're waiting, and or your friend wants to join so bad but she's waiting for the right time, I mean, respect them. That's their choice. It's always going to be their choice. But the time is never going to be right. There's never going to be enough time in the day. We just have to make that time. And then Scentsy is so flexible that as long as you're doing something every day, you're going to make progress. And then there's going to come a time where you've grown this little tiny for fun business into something really magical, and you're going to be so grateful that you did that for yourself. My husband and I have been to Mexico, Hawaii, We took our daughter, oh, I'm gonna cry again. We took our daughters to Disneyland, and there's no way we could have done that without Scentsy. Um, there's no way we could have done that. It's impossible. I earned a Mediterranean cruise and I was unable to attend. I had a baby at home. I had just had Cassidy. I was nursing. She was tiny. I earned an all inclusive, like completely free Mediterranean cruise through Italy. And I couldn't go. And that was so sad. But Sensi is like, it's okay. We're giving you other options. I took the $5,000 cash buyout and we went to Disneyland for Scentsy family reunion. So part of that was training. So that was a tax deduction because the travel was for training for work. So I got tax breaks. And then I got to give my children the experience of a lifetime that my husband and I never got to experience growing up that we always wanted to. So that was really cool. I'm so sorry, but as you can tell, this is like huge. This is huge for me. Got my husband and I had an amazing, wonderful time in Mexico, an amazing, wonderful time in Hawaii. I got to go to Texas with two of my very best friends for Scentsy Family Reunion. It's our annual convention. That was an experience of a lifetime that I'm so grateful that I got to have. I've been to a few little conventions in Des Moines, where I'm from, and then in Minnesota, St. Louis. We've been to St. Louis. We've been to quite a few different places. I just registered this week for Mexico again in January for leadership. So my husband and I are going to go to Mexico again, and we're so excited. Scentsy really is incredible. So I hope that if you've already signed up, that you will really give it a solid effort. Please. You will be so glad you did. It is like any other thing in the world. There's a lot of direct sales companies out there. There are, but there are none like Scentsy. And I will say that until I'm blue in the face, that none of them are like Scentsy. Scentsy is its own. Our values are different. The core values of Scentsy are just different. They are different from anything else out there. It's pretty magical. I hope that this was helpful. Sorry, I ran this probably longer than 10 minutes, but I feel like I poured my heart and soul into it. And I hope that we resonate and that we can become best friends because I love you. If I don't know you yet, I would love to get to know you. So reach out if you need anything and I will talk to you soon. And I hope that all of the great things come your way. Just go for it. Just do it. Okay. You deserve it. I love you. Bye.